Hey, welcome to Get Offset. My name is Emily, and I once again have a Squier Paranormal Series Cyclone. This is actually not the one you've seen in other videos. It still has its original switches. It's fresh out of a box, and a little bit of a setup adjustment. So I'm in a band. We're called Sundae Crush. You can pre-order. Our upcoming record, but it's a couple of the band members' birthdays, September 25th and 26th, I believe. And one of the gifts that a couple of us went in on, for one of them, my singer, we got her this. She kind of wanted one, and I was going to give her mine until I fell in love with it. So she doesn't know yet. She'll know by the time this video goes live. But yeah, we got her a Cyclone. She's only had one guitar for forever. And it's a really nice guitar. It's this beautiful blue Stratocaster. And when she saw the Paranormal series, she was really interested in the Cyclone. So I'm really excited that we get to give this to her. But my contribution in the guitar was not the guitar. It's these pickups, and that's what I'm going to be demoing today. Jena doesn't like buzz. She doesn't. And you know what? That's fine. Really, truly, nobody likes buzz. That's why when I play, single coils, I tend to prefer the reverse wound, reverse polarity, so that I don't have that buzz all the time. But this is the Gen 4 Noiseless Stratocaster pickup set from Fender. I watched a couple other videos on this, and I think they sounded fantastic to me. So I'm going to install these. I know that there's something kind of they're a little wonky in their own way. And the one thing that I'm anticipating having a little bit of just making adjustments with, they're so tall. They're really tall. And that's just part of how they're built. And they have 3 wires instead of 2. I'm pretty sure on this one the white is the hot, and then the other 2 are grounds. But there's a little chart in here for a traditional Strat. And it looked to me when I was looking at it online that the other 2 just go straight to ground. So I'm looking at the neck pickup there. That's what I was just holding. And yeah, it looks like one goes to the switch, the white goes to the switch, and then the other 2 colors just really seem to go to the ground. That's the neck and the middle. The bridge has the red as the hot, and that goes to, yeah, so there's a white hot, a red hot, and a blue hot. And that's actually really helpful because sometimes you get these 3 identical looking, and they don't always have on the back what the position is. And then you have to measure them, and that's kind of a pain in the butt. Sometimes they'll say on the back, neck, middle, bridge. The last set I did not, so I did have to use my noggin there. Maybe a little bit of measuring. I might need to use these different. I'll need to use these different screws. So it's kind of hard to show on the video, but these screws just are very unique. They're very different than the ones that come in the guitar. So I was anticipating that. I'm going to do the video a little bit differently. I am going to take a video of the install, and I think that because I was requested on my last pickup swap versus a speed overhead, so I'll actually be talking and explaining what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, yada yada yada, and you'll get to hear me cuss and probably and and whatnot. I tend to have problems with the springs in the pickguard mounted pickups. It's just a pain in the butt and something I have to deal with on my own. But what I'm going to publish that video exclusively to our Patreon supporters. That's patreon.com/getoffset, link in the video description. And I might upload it as its own thing later. But I feel like Patreons, people who support us financially, I just want to make sure they get a little bit of extra love and the extra content that they've specifically asked for. So if you're curious about that, check us out on Patreon. I'm going to make that available to the $5 tier and higher. So it's not a big investment if you want to support us, if you like the videos and whatnot. But I'm going to do the same thing I did for the Josephina hand wounds, and I am going to play through the different positions, and then I'm going to swap, and then the video is going to essentially have a back-to-back for each of the sounds, so you can hear them more in comparison to each other. I have my Strymon Iridium Round B. I'm going to play through everything on the Fender, that clean setting, gain at about 9 o'clock, room, reverb sound at about noon. Kind of have the mids turned down a little bit, but not too much. So without further ado, let's listen to the neck pickup. Neck and middle. Just middle. Just bridge. Let's do bridge and neck. All three pickups. And I'm going to just do a couple things with some drive. Neck only. bridge and neck? That was bridge and middle. Middle. Middle and bridge. Neck and bridge. Now I'm going to do all three. Oh. So I'm going to put, this is my moratorium on these pickups before I install the new ones, and then I'll play the moratorium of the new pickups after that and the comparison. But just playing through these, I love them with distortion, and honestly, for some reason, this set sounds better clean to my ears, but that's probably just the day that I'm having. They are, however, quite buzzy. Like, I don't think Jena would like that. So I'm really interested to see how the new pickups sound, the noiseless pickup sound, and see if she likes those more. I think that, like, the hum cancellation works great, but I would love for her to be able to just, you know, feel like she loves every position on this guitar. Some people just are a little bit more prone to not liking buzz than others, and really nobody, I think, loves it. I think you just kind of learn to love it as part of a thing that you experience with the guitar that you love. So, yeah, I'm going to take this to the soldering station. If you want to see what I did and while I am doing it and hear me talk, hit up the Patreon, the $5 tier, and at least, or do 10 or 25. That's also cool. And see exactly how that all went down. All right. Well, that is the A-B comparison of the stock Squier Cyclone Paranormal Series pickups with the Gen 4 Noiseless Stratocaster pickups. And my God, what a difference. What a difference. Just like, even in my ears. I did spend a little bit more time before this video versus the last one, just like making sure the pickup height was right. I did a little bit of extra love on this guitar just because it's going to someone I care about, versus me. So, yeah, they are noiseless, like, for real, like, at least an enormous noise reduction. But how do they sound? I think they sound great. They're obviously hotter than my last set. I was getting a big volume difference, just like with it driving the iridium before I even plugged in the hotcake on some of the jazz stuff, which made me smile a little bit. I was like, wow, I don't know why I didn't expect that, but I didn't. What else do I want to say about them? I think they're articulate. I think they sound really nice. I think they're clear. I have nothing bad to say about these pickups, but let's talk about the installation, since unless you're a Patreon supporter, you're not going to see the installation video for a minute. They're tall. They are a lot taller than the stock pickups. It didn't really give me much more trouble getting them all situated. They seem like stronger magnets too, and that's, I think, because they're bigger and like essentially the humbucking capabilities of them make that the case, I think. But really nothing too frustrating there compared to a normal set of pickups. It was just as easy, if not for some reason a little bit easier because I'm a little more practiced. But what about, I'm going to talk about the covers. I don't really like that they're branded Fender Noiseless in the pickup covers. I think that's kind of, like, I would prefer that not be the case, but it's not a big deal at all. There was a lot of wire underneath there, but no more wire than the Josephine pickups really. The Josephine hand wounds had the cloth shielding, and these have the standard kind of plastic tubing. So it took about the same amount of space. It was pretty easy to do. And another thing about the Cyclone is, now that I've looked under two of them, I'm sure this is just kind of like up to whoever's wiring up that guitar. There was some grounding in a few different places. Not a big deal. Just something that was interesting to me, digging around in there, where things were grounded versus on this versus the other one I have. So just interesting things. As far as the Cyclone in general, I realized I don't really like the middle pickup, just in general. I think it's probably why I haven't had a Strat. I think the best thing about a middle pickup in a Strat is to use it with the bridge or the neck to get the sort of lessened noise versus actually just the sound of it. And I really don't like the sound of this guitar with all 3 pickups in parallel. I do love all 3 pickups in series. If you ever do the super switcher kind of thing that I did with Sean at Gun Street Wiring. And if you haven't seen that video of the super switcher, check that out. There will be a little pop-up after this video leading you to that one. So that's really about all I have to say about this. This Cyclone, I don't want to do another review of the Cyclone, but this did come needing some more adjustments than the last one. I had to make a truss rod adjustment. I did the little thing where you capo at the 1st and the 12th fret, and then you try to pluck in the middle, and it was just deadened. Just a lot of buzzing. So the neck was needed a little bit of love, but most guitars, like out of boxes, you would kind of expect that, and it came with the right equipment. So it was really not a big deal. Just slacken the strings, do a quarter turn at a time. That way is the way I had to go. So looking down counterclockwise, aka lefty loosey. So yeah, that's all I have to say about these pickups. I really, really hope Jena likes the guitar and the pickups. I suspect that she will. There's just something so special about when somebody gives you a guitar, and I'm really excited to be even a small part of this. So thanks for watching. Thanks for understanding. Once again, like, comment, subscribe. My name is Emily. Goodbye.